Welcome in to another edition of Talking Sports with UWL Thomas. I'm your host, Thomas Graney. This evening, I have a really special guest. If you've ever scrolled through YouTube late at night looking for real sports takes, not just hot take TV, not corporate talking points, but somebody who just tells it how it is, then you already know today's guest. He is the creator of Uneducated Sports Talk. It's a channel built on passion, honesty, and unapologetic fandom. There are no filters, no scripts with this guy, just straight sports conversation the way that it's meant to be. From breaking down the biggest storylines to reacting in real time to saying what most fans are thinking but won't say out loud. He's built truly a community that shows up because it's real. Now, today, this evening, we're talking content creation, talking the YouTube grind, sports takes that have sparked debate, and what it really takes to build a voice in sports media in 2026. So, buckle up, everybody, because this is not just educated sports talk. No, by no means. This is uneducated sports talk. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a very warm talking sports welcome to the show. And please welcome in Carlos Clayton from Uneducated Sports Talk on YouTube. Carlos, my man, welcome to the show. It's an honor to have you on this fine evening.
Man, you were not lying about that intro, man. That is fire. And you see all these other people on other podcasts getting intros like that, and you're like, they always get that. But man, if I did, I'll be a happy man every single time because that feels good. And I appreciate you, man. How you been?
I've been really good, man. Staying busy, been uploading a lot of videos. I was just talking off air to Carlos about some of the episodes that I just uploaded. I uploaded two recently with the Savannah Bananas play-by-play broadcaster and the Texas Tailgaters play-by-play broadcaster. I've also done um, some episodes with the Lacrosse Loggers and Lacrosse Steam play-by-play broadcaster as well, man. So I've been grinding on the podcast as well, and also just preparing for this cold stretch of weather that is going to be
Oh
impacting the
yeah.
entire country as a whole. We're going to see temperatures um, as low as -50 potentially here in my neck of the woods in Wisconsin, and it is going to be crazy, man. So
Dude, I'm from
I'm
Louisiana. I'm from
oh
Louisiana, and we're getting about 15 degrees. That's how
oh
you know it's cold everywhere.
exactly that. And I've been down in that Louisiana parts too, and that's not common to see, especially
No,
down
it's not.
south.
It's not. It's not.
I tell you what. But yeah, man, it's an absolute pleasure, as I mentioned in the open, to have you on the show, man, and just
Oh,
to dive
appreciate that, man.
deeper into what it means to be a YouTube content creator, man. I hope, and say this genuinely and from the bottom of my heart too, to even have guys like Tom Grossi on the show too one day, man. My
Yes,
my
sir.
mentality, as I told you before the show here, is really to have the mentality of chasing after those dreams, to go after those dreams, baby. And
Go ahead.
Tom
That's right.
Grassi, folks, and to the entire audience here, is somebody that I definitely hope to, again, albeit ambitious, to have on the show one day too, man. So this is just a start into getting a little bit of a picture into the minds of a YouTube content creator. And speaking of, I would like to open with that too. So can you just tell the audience where did that idea for Uneducated Sports Talk, that name, come from, and what, more symbolically, I guess, the name really means?
Yeah, first of all, it's an honor and a privilege to be on this show. So thank you for having me on here. No problem with that. The name itself, man, it's funny because I sat down one day and I'm watching, it was like First Take, maybe Cold Pizza. I forgot the Stephen A. old school days, right?
Yeah.
And they had a conversation about Stephen A. Smith said, if you want to come talk to me, you gotta get your 4 year degree and you gotta graduate if you want to be on this show. You know how he gets down, so he kind of
Hmm.
grinds your gears a little bit. And I was like, I don't have to do that. I did the whole college thing a long time ago. I dropped out of 3 years. If I can go back in time, I'll do it again, obviously. But for the namesake, I wanted something that could stick out. for good and for bad. But I always say that any publicity is good publicity, right? For the
Hmm.
name's sake itself. So if someone says, "Oh, I always get those comments." Oh, I could tell you're uneducated, but I like that though. I bring that in there. But no, it's because of I did not go to school to do what I'm doing right now, and I kind of just want to throw it at, hey, you don't have to be it's not always about going to college, and it's not always about
Hmm.
getting your degree to get what you want. Because today's day and age now, social media is a thing where you can just dive into it, and if you work hard and keep your faith going on, you can accomplish anything pretty much. And
Hmm.
so, uneducated sports talk kind of came from a part where I was like, I'm gonna prove people wrong, not just by the name, but how I do commentary, play by play, and just my sports content as a general.
Absolutely. So, kind of building off of that, Carlos, do you remember your first video that kind of made you think, okay, this might actually like work. I might actually maybe be able to like really make something out of this, so to speak, in some sort of realm.
I I tell you what, man, we were talking about Tom Grassi earlier.
Yes.
And so I just kind of started probably about half a year in now, as far as my live commentary goes. I've been
Hmm.
having this channel for a long time, but I started doing live commentary about 4 years ago, right?
Okay.
And about the first half a year, wasn't getting any traction like everybody else, and I told myself maybe this isn't for me. I have no idea what's going on. And then I get a raid from Tom Grassi, and he is known for
Hmm.
his raids. If no one knows him in the YouTube community, he raids smaller tier channels like myself, like I was back then.
Hmm.
And the day I was thinking about maybe quitting, maybe giving up, I'm not getting anything on it. He drops a raid in, and I mean, tons of thousands of people show love, and just right there, my fate said, no, no, no. This was a sign from God, in my opinion,
Hmm.
that this is what you want, because this is my passion, and this is why I never want to give this up ever. This is what I love to do, and hope I can get paid very handsomely for it. But even if I didn't
Hmm.
get paid, this is something I will continue to do regardless, because of just how I feel about it. So the first video, the one I kind of went, it was Georgia versus Ohio State in the semifinals a couple years ago,
Hmm.
and I had over like 30,000 people in the chat, and I was like, okay, people really want to see what I'm saying. Like obviously thousands of content creators calling the same game, but now you have
Hmm.
30,000 that are live watching me. And I made sure, okay, Carlos, don't lose your composure. There's 30,000 eyes on you, but be the same person you always been. And that's what I did,
Hmm.
man. And I told myself, man, even when I have two or 30,000, I'm the same guy, and that's how I knew I was kind of
Hmm.
meant for this. Once I got that, and it was awesome. The call was awesome, and I made sure to really button up, my play calling. I think the
Yeah.
Ohio State kicker missed it wide left. I mean, he was bad too. He shanked it,
Hmm.
and the call was great, man. It was money, and people enjoyed it. And those same folks back then, they're all flocking back too. So that was one of the ones I can think of that was like, okay, I'm meant for this.
Hmm. Yeah, just to echo off that point, it something that over my previous episodes that I put out, with some of these big names like David Shepard from SiriusXM NBA, and of course Biko Scala and Brett Loftus, as per mentioned, is like being genuine and being authentic when you're doing this too. And I
Yes.
think that is just to dive a little bit into that too, is that when you go into this avenue, you really have to be genuine and be authentic. You can't really try and embody somebody else. You have to be you to the nth degree, so to speak. And that is something that not only you obviously do well, but people like Tom Grassi, you think of people in the sports broadcasting realm, like the big names like Jim Nance, you think of guys even in baseball like John Boog Shambi do so well. They found their own voice. They don't try to kind of duplicate a voice of somebody that they
Hmm.
look up to. You just have to be you. And, you know, I guess with that, that kind of comes into my next question, kind of as we get into the more content creation portion of this. And kind of walk me through, Carlos, how your content process um, kind of is. especially on YouTube, are you kind of more reaction based, so to speak? Like, for example, reaction based, so to speak, with the news of John Harbaugh, you know, being released as head coach from the Baltimore Ravens, or do you kind of like plan out your videos, your live streams, your reactions, and everything too? Because again, I know more often than not, I see more of your live streams, but at least for the short videos that you put out, kind of walk me through um, your content process as a whole.
Well, for those, the John Harbaugh's going to New York, stuff like that. Even the Steve Bisciotti for the Ravens, those things like that. I kind of do the YouTube shorts
Hmm.
because people are just like the mindset of today's generation is quick. So those YouTube
Hmm.
shorts come in handy because even if you put out something for 4 or 5 minutes, man, they're gonna tune it out real quick. Obviously, the live commentary, which can last 3 hours, 3.5 hours, that's something that is just a passion of mine. I'm always gonna do that. So, but as far as like, I still want to get content going up. The YouTube shorts come in handy. So when there's any kind of breaking news, like we have for the coaches hiring and whatever, it be NBA or even baseball news that come in. The YouTube shorts is the way to go because you can get what you want to say and have people understand it within 60 seconds. Because the attention span for today's generation is so bad now.
Yeah.
And that's for my own kids. I've got kids that are like, hey, listen, wait, what you doing? Listen, I
Yeah.
got 6 kids, so I'm doing this a lot.
Oh, bless you.
So, so that being said, the attention span is not what it was back in the day
Hmm.
because everything's kind of handed to you now. As far as like, you know, back, I'm an '80s baby, so in the early '90s and all that, you had newspapers that told you what was going on, uh, or you had that one taping of ESPN Sports Center in the late '90s. But now, I mean, it's a simple Google, it's a simple YouTube searches, and so
Hmm.
everything's at your hand. So the best way, in my opinion, especially for those breaking news kind of things, is hey, go out there, put them on YouTube short, and 45 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever, and you should get pretty good content views just from that. And that's been my goal. And like I said, as far as live commentary, that's just, I'm gonna always do that. And
Hmm.
that's usually not the best way to get viewers and to get maybe your content thrown out there because you usually don't get a lot because the attention spans are so bad. But I'm never going to stop that. That's
Hmm.
always my passion. Play by play and commentary, man. I love doing it. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, YouTube shorts, they come in handy for those blockbuster breaking news kind of things, man. So
Hmm.
I always just stick to my guns with the YouTube shorts.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. So my next question for you is also kind of, relates more to the community that you've built. So how important is it as a content creator on any social media platform, but obviously most importantly with YouTube, to build that community and build that real cohesive family like unit? Because obviously, you think of the people that you have that regularly tune in
Mhm.
to your live streams, like Daniel McKeon. You think of um, how important is building again that community central to continue to grow not only your channel but continue to kind of make you a better person, I guess, overall.
Right,
If you
right.
if you
No,
know what I'm trying to get.
it's no, it's very important. I was always the one that said, "Man, I mean, I would rather have, not rather have, but obviously, at this time, I mean, 30 people that are essential to your stream, right? And it's only building blocks. This stuff doesn't happen overnight. You can even ask Tom Grassi. He said himself,
Hmm.
these things don't. He said, it takes that one video, that one moment to really get you to blow up in your streams. And I haven't really gotten that moment yet, but I know it's coming. But
Yes.
how does it come? Because you when you have your following of, I got a diehard 25 to 30 people, man, and I love it, man. And
Hmm.
because it's really really cool when you click on that live button and you see your people that, I mean, they're thinking about you coming. They're like, okay, he's ready. And you click that live button, you see about 15 just pop up real quick, and you know most of them are your 15 to 30 people that are, right there with you, rooting for you. And these are same folks have been around for 3, 4 years now. And that's very important because I always told myself I'll stay the same, whether it is 30 people or whether it's going to be 300,000,
Hmm.
right? When it's going to be 300,000. So I always tell myself, I always thank the ones when we have like, I might go through a week of having really, really good numbers. But for some reason, I always tell myself, I will never, ever, ever forget about, we have the Dan McKeans of the world. We have the
Hmm.
Samuel Wilkinsons of the world. We have Christian Arujo's always showing up and showing
Yep.
love. Dallas, my girl. All of those I would never, ever, ever forget, man. No matter how big we are, they were there when I first started, and they'll always be there for me, man. So that's very important because I'm a loyal guy to them,
Hmm.
and loyal to almost a fault, right? So it's the fact that, let's just say I have 200,000 one day, I'm gonna search out the ones that's been there, my day ones,
Hmm.
because what I love about social media is that people don't have to watch you. They don't have to look at you and look at your channel. They don't have to. They choose to because of what you're selling them, your talking points. You know, they always said either be entertaining or be intellectual, and I kind of run the balance of both in my opinion. And yeah, so I will never forget about the ones that your close followers, because those are the real ones for you, and those are the ones that when it's all said and done, I'm going to definitely show love back to all of them, man. So
Hmm.
I appreciate them for showing love.
Yeah. So, kind of getting in more, sort of to your growth through your channel. Obviously, when you're in kind of this sports media, or sports broadcasting realm, you put out, live game streams. Obviously, you're gonna have, um, those people, that obviously love what you're doing, that you're, like you mentioned, are your number ones that have really kind of formed that family unit, that community. But
Hmm.
also, you're gonna have the people that are the naysayers, are the people that absolutely don't want to do anything with you. So my next question is, like, how do you handle seeing, in your YouTube comment section, those negative comments, or any just negativity that comes your way, or bad faith sports takes, I guess you could say, coming at you,
Yeah.
and that realm. Like, just
No.
how do you handle, basically, in a nutshell, the negativity that may come your way as a YouTube sports content creator, and how are you able to push that aside and move on and continue to just remain in a good headspace and just keep your mindset and mentality going and push forward and push ahead.
I'm always a glass half full kind of guy. Always will be, and it will never change. I always look at the bright side of things. The bright side, if a guy or a gal comes into the comment section, I mean, he or she already gave me a view,
Hmm.
gave me some love. So I look at that like, hey, you don't have to come in, whether it's negative or positive, but you came in regardless, and you still helped out the channel. So that's one thing. Two, man, my mother, her grace that she bestowed on me from a child, and that's why I had the upbeat attitude, the glass half full attitude. She's instilled it to me. One thing I still also to my children is, hey, people are not going to like you
Hmm.
for whatever reason. There are folks who don't like me for being too nice, so
Yeah.
you'll get that in life though. So when they come into the comments and talk all reckless and all that, hey, one,
Hmm.
I have a block button, whatever, you can just block somebody, and but
Yeah.
I'm the type that it doesn't bother me at all, unless you take it to another level, then of course. But when you come in there like a positive or negative attitude, as long as it's within the contents of the sports or whatever we're talking about, it's fine.
Hmm.
Because like I said, they're still giving me a view. They're still showing up, and I've had some that been, no, let's be real, jackasses that came in there, but then eventually they're like, oh, you know what, you're a cool guy, I apologize. I've had that few times now. You're not getting rattled from my comments. I'm like, no, I'm not getting rattled from your comments because I got a job to do. I'm calling this particular this game or whatever we're doing. So but just the grace my mom gave it to me, and the fact that I'm a glass half full kind of guy. So and
Hmm.
so those things never bother me. I take whatever I can get and make some a positive or make a good light out of it, and we just roll from there, man. But you'll never see me down, even if I am down. You'll never see it from myself, not only in the social media realm, but in just reality as well. I'm the same
Hmm.
kind of guy. You'll never know I'm going through an issue, whatever. I will never let anyone get me out of character.
Hmm.
And I know there's some some content creators are very sensitive. I'm not one of those. I am not a sensitive guy, and I'm sensitive to certain things in life,
Yeah.
family, friends, love. But as far as like what I do on social media, I'm not sensitive at all, man. I'm not. I mean, you can
Hmm.
call me ugly, you can call me short, stubby, big head. It don't bother me. It's fine. Somebody loves me in life. There's a lot of people that love me in life, so I'm good.
Absolutely. 100%. You know, my next question for you is kind of what's that one thing, or if there's maybe multiple things that maybe you've changed in your time since starting Uneducated Sports Talk that actually, so to speak, moved the needle for your channel? Was there something that you did, I guess, maybe at the start when were very fresh, very raw with the channel that, maybe midway through, um, your channel, you realize, I need to change this, and really has just helped like skyrocket that channel, and obviously, um, kind of, yeah, again, help move that needle, so to speak.
I like yeah, if you know me, I'm not technical savvy at all, right? I mean, I can type without looking, whoop de doo. I I can do that, But as far as like being tech savvy, I'm not the guy. I think the greatest thing that happened to me as far as this goes, besides Tom Grassi and showing love,
Yes.
TJ Tracy, who is my co-host on our NFL podcast Tuesdays with
Hmm.
TJ, and he brought in the graphic side of things. If you saw my channel live stream, it was dull. I didn't know a single thing of how to I knew how to start on a program and put some just bootleg stuff up there and
Hmm.
make it work, right? And it looked horrible. And I won't sugarcoat it, it was ugly, right? But I knew I wasn't gonna stop. But
Right.
here's how things go, right? Through that first raid from Tom Grassi, I met TJ. And
Wow.
TJ came from the raid and he said, my friend in his British voice, I won't do it right now. But
Oh
he
no.
said, my friend, he said, yo, love what you're doing. I love your energy. Blase, blase, blase. We connected. It was awesome, man. And then he said, hey, you know, I can make some graphics for you. And I was like, really? Cool. So it's all about, right. It's all about, because I told you before, Tom had the raid. I was kind of
Hmm.
second guessing myself a little bit, not a lot, but like, this might be a little harder than I thought, right?
Right.
Um, so that happens, and then of course I get TJ out of that, and we've been locked at the hip ever since, man. He's come visit me from England already.
Wow.
We went go to New Orleans, Bourbon Street. Yeah, we had all that. Went to a basketball game. Right, that's my dude, man. So
Yeah.
shout out to TJ Tracy, Tom Tracy, matter of fact. But he brought in the graphics, and he kind of changed the layout of the channel. So what you see now is basically all TJ for doing that, man. Because I would have been able to do it, but it might have taken about a year
Hmm.
because I'm not too much into the technical side of things, right? So even today, so everything you see from there is pretty much 90% TJ. I'm just the face.
Hmm.
I'm the face of it, but everything in the background. So I needed that, right? Because let's keep it real. Uh, I've always said entertaining or be informative.
Hmm.
And I was very informative, and I was entertaining, but I didn't look entertaining because of the background.
Hmm.
you know. So that scared me. So I got that right, man. Because you have to evolve in this game, no matter what, you know. And I'm still kind of in the back of evolving, but once I get there, that's when you know your channel getting better and better because you have to evolve with the times as well. So,
Hmm.
like you see this yellow screen right here, this yellow background. This
Hmm.
is all gonna go within the next couple months. This is all gonna be completely different. Uh, but you have to do things like that because if you
Hmm.
stay the same, then you'll never. evolve in this particular game. So uh, that's one thing I learned. Hey, you can't stay content in pretty much anything in life, because if you stay content, things and people and processes and social media itself will pass you by real quick. And I've been a part of that my earlier days when I had no clue what I was doing on YouTube at all. And I'm like, yo, all right, I'm doing this, but man, like everywhere I go, it looks cool and I look
Hmm.
dull. So I had to evolve with that and got some help, man. And it's always cool. Hey, reach out. I always
Yes.
tell content creators, reach out. Don't ever think that you have to do things yourself. Reach out to people. There are folks that are willing to help you and who will love to help you. And I just was blessed to have
Hmm.
TJ Tracy in my life, man, and he's been my A1 ever since, man. So sometimes you get blessed like that, man. You put in the
Hmm.
work like that, and those things will find you.
Exactly. What a wonderful story too. Like I had no idea prior because obviously, I've been tuning in to your streams in the past, and every once in a while you'll be streaming with TJ Tracy, and first off, I did not know, you know, in the past that he was from Britain. I mean, I knew
Yep.
that he had that
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
nice European accent, you're right, but
Yes. Yes.
I had no clue that the history between you guys dated all the way back to him
But
starting.
it's crazy. He didn't even start watching football till 2014.
Oh my
So he
god.
had new called the NFL, and then he fell in love with the Eagles, right?
Hmm.
But then I found out, oh, bro, you have a lot of knowledge of football. Hmm. Let's start a podcast.
Wow.
Just let's do it. I mean, it's kind of cool. You're the guy from England, and I'm the black dude from Louisiana, and we just kind of we mesh very well, man. And now we're on episode 85 next week of Tuesdays with TJ, the NFL
Wow.
podcast. So 85 episodes in, that's a lot of episodes
Hmm.
already. So
That's that's wonderful right there, man. I gotta say. So, again for the audience here, we're joined by Carlos Clayton from Uneducated Sports Talk. Again, here, Carlos. I just have a couple questions left for you here to wrap up our time.
yes, sir.
So, my first one is this: as we look kind of bigger picture and look a little bit deeper into the future, do you see uneducated sports talk staying primarily YouTube only, or do you see it kind of expanding more into podcasting, which obviously you're already doing live shows, or potentially even doing radio as well too? Where I guess do you see the future of uneducated sports talk, say in the next 3, 5, 10 years, so to speak, down the
Oh,
road?
expansion, expansion, expansion. I said it earlier. You don't want to stay still. And I always had that mindset, especially if this is your passion.
Hmm.
Like, this is my passion. If it's not your passion, then do what you want to do with it. That's fine. But this is my passion, and as any passion I have, I mean, not only for just like the passion of having love in your life, God in your life, the passion of having family in your life, your kids. That's passion right there. Also, what do you want to be known for on earth? I always say God put us on earth for a reason. Find your calling and enroll with it. This is my calling, and I wanted to expand, obviously, to not only radio, but I mean, the goal is TV show. The goal is to have a mainstream podcast out there.
Hmm.
So we will start getting on that very, very soon. We're right now in the middle of things of a first talk, but that's the passion. That's the goal. Is to be worldwide for this, because it's my passion. And if you have a passion of your own, obviously do it because you love to do it. But if
Yes.
you also earn the territory I'm in, where you got to have people see you do what you're doing to love it, or to love it and have people see you do it.
Hmm.
You want it to expand, obviously. So who wouldn't want to do that? So yeah, radio was also a thing too, man. I have a quick story.
Go ahead.
I had a our local radio show in Lake Charles. Our 107.5 is our major radio show, and they had a guy. I won't say his name, but he took over as the main DJ, and he was about to put me on the show 30 minutes a day, just talking sports on the radio, and then he passed away. He passed away
Wow.
about a week left before he was going to start. But it tells you, it's like, yo, Yo, so I know, I understand that my time is coming. It may not have stopped right there, but
Hmm.
that was out the blue. So I know it could happen again. So we're
Yeah.
talking radio, we're talking podcast, we're talking about mainstream TV. That's where I
Yes.
want to take this at. Now, is it going to take years? Probably so, but I have the faith and the belief and the hard work and the ethic to do it. Work ethic, hell yeah, I got that.
Hmm.
And I know it's just some things you just know it's going to happen. Obviously, gotta wait a little bit, but I know it's going to happen in God's time. And I am a patient man, and I've always
Yeah.
been like that, and I'm excited for the future, bro.
Yeah. So, for people like myself looking to get into the sports broadcasting slash sports media sphere, what skills do you believe matter most right now? And on top of that, I want to ask, how important do you believe it is to be adaptable when you're getting that first jump into that career and willing to try something different? Can you kind of speak onto both of those aspects here?
Yeah, so obviously, if you want to be in this genre, when I say social media, it doesn't have to be just sports. But whatever you want to be in social media. One, I've always said this, man. I'm gonna keep it true. Yo, you got to love what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You have to love it, because if you don't love it, it's easy to quit. I've quit on a million things in life because I didn't love it. I just did. I was like, that's not for me. I'm gonna go ahead and dip out of here. You know, you have to love what you're doing. Second of all, I said it again on here. You got to be two things: entertaining or informative. And I think most importantly, informative.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A lot of folks aren't entertaining, but at least know what you're talking about. And how do you know that? You study it. You know,
Yes.
you take your time to know what you're speaking on, because if you're gonna go in there blabbing, you know, you'll get. I mean, who are you? Who's your audience as well? If you want to just be dumb and be stupid, and a lot of folks do that to get content, which is fine by me. You know, however you get it. you know, but if you want to be like informative about your situation that you're calling, so let's say sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the two aspects, right? Love what you're doing and be informative slash entertaining. I'm more of the I got both, but I would rather be informative, because oh, that guy knows what he's talking about. He knows it. He knows it, right? He doesn't second guess himself, doesn't sugarcoat anything. I just know it. And the thing about it is don't be biased unless you have a channel that is biased towards a team or a person or a
Right.
thing. That's fine. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're going in commentary, play, I see a lot of guys that are just straight out biased, and I mean to a fault. And I'm like, you're kind of turning me off now because like your player or your team or your thing can do no wrong. I'm not gonna listen to that for 3 hours or 2.5 hours or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
unless that's your channel. Then that's perfectly fine. Then if you're a Yankees guy and you have a Yankees channel, I'm not mad at you for saying the Yankees can do no wrong. That's fine. That's your brand. Uh, but yeah, love what you're doing. That's the most important part, because
Yes.
if you don't, you'll get sick of yourself faking the funk. And I've always said this: I will never fake the funk ever. And that's basically saying, hey, I'm never going to act like I love something and don't love it.
Right.
You know, because you're wasting your time and your energy, and that
Mm-hmm.
negative energy is going to say, you know what? Let me stop doing this. I'm BSing right now, and I don't want to be that guy ever. So this right here is my passion. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. And I hope that if you do start a channel one day, if you do start a podcast or whatever, anything on social media, whether it's from TikTok, whether you start from a YouTube or even Facebook, whatever, love it and put
Mm-hmm.
passion into it, and then guess what, it's going to love you back. And when that happens, that is one of the best feelings in the world, when something that you love, which is not a person, it is not a place, it's just a thing. If you love
Mm-hmm.
that thing and it loves you back, man, it's so worth it. It is so worth it. So that's why I tell them, bro, just love it before you get into it. Make sure you love it.
Absolutely. So we only have just a small amount of time left. Again, Carlos Clayton from Uneducated Sports Talk joining us here. Carlos, really quickly, uh, with about uh, the last minute here of our time, would you quickly tell the audience how they can find you, find your live game streams, your Tuesday Tuesdays with TJ Tracy really quickly here.
Hey, you can go on to YouTube, obviously, Uneducated Sports Talk. That's on YouTube, man, and you'll see it all. Hit that subscribe button, hit the join button as well, man. Be a member to UST Nation.
Hmm.
Also, you can check me on TikTok as well, Uneducated Sports Talk. We do sports and just a lot of plethora of things as well, motivational speaking
Hmm.
to a certain extent as well. So check me on TikTok. And hey, I'm an open guy. Hey, I got a Facebook. My name is Carlos Clayton. You can come on my Facebook. It's open to
Yes.
that. I do not care. If you want to come to talk to me via Facebook, whatever, I'm an open book, man. So
Hey,
those are ways you can reach me in that minute time.
absolutely. So, Carlos, it's been an honor having you on the program here. What a great conversation here. So, for one final time, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Carlos Clayton from Uneducated Sports Talk. Carlos, thank you so much for coming on, brother.
Hey, Tom, it's been a pleasure, brother.